Okay, greetings one and all, and welcome to this has to be day number 3. Yes, day number 3, week 11. Day number 3, week 11, spring 2025. Again, day number 3, week 11, spring 2025 of our journey together. And it's definitely a delight. It's certainly a delight to have each and every one of you here for this evening's classes. Let's begin. So my name is Mr. Petit. Today is Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Wednesday, the 19th of March, 2025. The subject is, of course, mathematics. And we're going to be looking at, this has to be the topic of comparing fractions, decimals, and percentages. Comparing fractions, decimals, and percentages. And so we're going to walk through these questions. Hopefully we get a better understanding of how to do these as we move forward. Again, but comparing fractions, decimals, and percentages.
Are you sure that these topics don't have a longer name?
A longer name or a shorter name?
No, like seriously, it's like every day, it's like every new day, the topic seems to get bigger.
I know, right? But it's a very
Next,
simple, it's a
what
very,
next? Radic formula
I know,
of
right?
times.
I know, right? All right, so we did this, but we did this with I think we did this with, oh, I was just trying to show you all how to translate them, how to translate the different algebraic expressions. But we're gonna, good afternoon. But this question says, we're going to write, this is not right. Let me do this again. So let me get this right properly. Okay, good. Yeah. So let's do all this together. Hopefully all this fit. Yeah, hopefully all this fit on one particular page. Okay, let's see if that works. Right, it has to work. Let me move all this so we could. Yes. Okay, good. Let me move all this and then we're good. All right, good. So the question says, go ahead, Aiden Gray, read the question for me, please. By the way, I need everyone to write this down. Again, write this down in your book. Go ahead, Aiden Gray, read the question for me. Aiden Gray, go ahead and read the question.
Copy the statements below, then write the symbol within this greater than or less than or equal to in each space to make each statement correct.
All right, say it again, so I could barely hear you.
Copy the statements below, then write the symbol greater than or less than equal to in each space to make each statement correct.
Very good.
5 1/4% blank 5.25. B 17.04099 blank 17.04909. C 18/39 blank 6/13.
Very good. Okay, so we need to look at these and figure out which one is greater than, less than, or if they are equal to. All right. So let's start off with the first one. Let me open the chat and see what y'all are gonna say. I want to do this one. Whereby, wait, don't say nothing. I want to do it. I want to do this one. Now I don't want nobody give away what they said. So just put it inside the chat. No one gonna know what you say, what you put, except for me. I don't want you to give it away by giving anyone any ideas. What do you think is going to be? Is it going to be, put it inside the chat? Only put it inside the chat, please. Don't say it out loud. Don't give nobody any ideas. Is it going to be greater than, less than, or equal to? Okay. So 5 over 4%. Put inside the chat, please. Is it greater than? Is it less than? Or is it equal to? Put it inside the chat. Do not say it out loud. You don't want to give anyone any answers. Only a few persons are answering inside the chat. I need everyone to respond, please. Put it inside the chat. What do you think it is? Do you think it's greater than, less than, or equal to? Okay. Greater than, less than, or equal to. Right? Which one is it? Okay, put it inside. For A. Okay. Let's see. Okay, I've seen a lot of different responses. Okay, interesting. I'm seeing one response a lot more than I see the other ones. All right, let's try this. Y'all could speak now. What y'all think it is? Y'all could speak now.
Equal to.
Equal to.
Y'all think it's equal?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
No, sir.
It's
I think it's
equal.
greater
No,
than.
sir.
You think
I
it's greater than?
think 5.25 is greater.
No, it's
I
equal.
wait,
think 5
sorry,
and
I
a
think
quarter is greater than
5.
5.25.
Okay, Miss Mara says she think it's greater. Go ahead, Alea.
When you convert 5 and a quarter to a decimal, it's the same thing.
It's the same thing. Okay. Anyone else? What y'all think it is? What y'all think I should put? Should I put? Okay, I'm gonna put the
Equal
symbol
to.
and you're gonna tell me if I'm correct. If I put equal to, am I correct?
Yes.
Yes,
Or
Yes,
wrong.
Who all say yes for equal to?
Me.
I do. I did.
Okay,
I
okay,
did.
okay. Now don't switch up on your answers now. Make sure whatever you have, stand on it. Stand on it. Okay. So let's go again. What if I have greater than? Do you think greater than is?
Wrong.
I think it's greater than.
Wrong.
Who think it's greater than?
I think it's greater than.
Greater,
It's greater.
greater.
Greater than. Okay. Greater is later. Okay. Later is greater.
Mr. T, could I change my answer now, please?
Which you want to change it to?
Equal to.
You want to change it to equal to? All right. And how
Yeah.
about less than? Do you think less than?
No.
So
No.
no one for less than.
No one
But
for
be
less.
different and say less than.
I can be odd man.
Please make sure I'm hearing this right. Is there anyone for less than? Let me hear.
Less me.
Is there anyone for less than?
No, I changed it now. Yes, me for last time.
Let's look.
I can stick to my answer. I stick to my answer first. Yeah, last time.
You want to go with less than? Okay.
Yes.
Okay, so only Jerusalem is less than. Let me make that very clear before anyone have any ideas. It's only Jerusalem less than.
I'm less than too.
Here's my answer from less than.
Jerusalem and what his name is? Cleveland is less than. Anyone else for less than?
That's the right answer.
Anyone else for
Cleveland
less
stands
than?
alone.
Cleveland and Jerusalem, those two. Only those two. Please let me know if it's only those
I
two.
can change my answer.
Change it to what? Less than?
No, sir.
Okay. What do you want to change
Equal
it to?
to?
Equal to? All right. So only Jerusalem and Cleveland for less than. The rest of you all either for equal to or greater than. Okay, cool. Shanair, what you think it is?
Mr. Petit, I said less.
Who else said less?
Equal
Me, sir.
Who
I
that
think
is?
less than as well.
Who else is less than?
Aiden, sir.
Aiden Green.
I think it's
less
less
than as well.
also because of the
It's got
percentage.
to be different
Everyone
Okay.
going there.
Everyone going to less than.
in my case.
Wow. Everyone going to less
I
than.
still
When
stand
people
on
choose
equal.
one answer, that means that the other one is correct.
Equals better
Alright.
standing.
sticking with my greater.
All right.
with my equal.
Y'all will not be sweet. Okay. So let's go ahead and see, right? So what is 5 and 1 over 4%? Okay, percent. So the first thing we're gonna do, I'm gonna take 5 and 1 over 4, right? And I'm gonna express it as what? Let's express it as the best thing for me to do, I'm gonna express it as a decimal. So if we want to express this as a decimal, let me change it to improper fraction first. So 5 plus 5 times 4 is what?
20.
20
Plus
plus 1 is 21.
20.
Plus 1 is what?
21.
21.
21. 21. Okay. Over what? Over
The
4.
same
over 4.
Five.
Over 4. You keep the denominator. So this is how you change a mixed number to improper fraction. You multiply 5 by 4. You add 1. So 5 times 4 is 20. Plus 1 is 21. So we have 21 over 4. Okay, so let's go ahead and divide this. How many times does 4 go into 21?
5.
4 go into 21. 4 go into 21 5 times, right? So 4 times 5 is going to be 20.
20.
20.
All right. And this is going to be bring down the 1. Remember, we're trying to change it into a what? A decimal. So I want to change it into decimal. So I'm going to put a dot, right? Once I put the dot, that give me permission to put a what? An imaginary
Zero.
what?
Zero.
Imaginary 0. 0. And so 4 go into 10 how many times?
Twice.
Twice. 4 times 2 is what? 4 times 2 is what?
8.
8.
8. Very good. And 10 minus 8 is what?
8.
10
2.
minus 8 is 2.
2.
We have the permission to add a what?
0.
An imaginary 0. How many times does 4 go into 20?
5
5
times.
times. 5 times. So that means that 4 times 5 is what?
20.
20. And it's going to be equal to 0
I knew
minus
it.
0 minus
I
0
knew
is 0 minus 0 is what?
0.
2 minus 2 is what?
0.
So that means that 21 divided by 4 is what?
5.25.
5 point what?
25.
5.25.
5.25. So 5 and 1 over 4 is actually equal to 5.25.
20.
Both of them are logically equal.
So that means that these two are actually what?
Siblings.
Whoa.
No. Because this one says what?
Percentage.
Percent.
They also because of the percentage.
Percent.
I think I messed up.
So therefore, we have to figure out what is 5.25%. What does percent mean? So what is 5?
Over 100.
Who said over 100?
Zero.
Very good. 5.25% means, yes.
It's literally the same thing though, right? Because like decimal is a different way to express a fraction, right?
No, see, the thing is that they want you to take that decimal and convert it into a percentage. So basically, what they're saying is they're not just saying like, okay, if this didn't have the percentage sign, they would have been equal, right? But because this is a percentage sign in the back of it, it's like saying, imagine getting 5.25% on the test, right? What is that in terms of a decimal form? So what that means is, right? What that means is you're going to take 5.25 and you're going to divide it by what? Divided by what? By what?
100.
100.
100.
100. Okay. Now, remember I told you how to divide by 100. In order to divide by 100, you're just going to move
the
it.
decimal twice.
Move the decimal point. So this is going to be 5.25. If we divide by 100, we move the decimal place to 2 times to the what? To the left. So 1 and 2. So that's going to be like this. So that means that put a placeholder. Put a placeholder there.
Imaginary 0.
And then put another placeholder here.
All right then. So we are
So-
different.
So that means that 5.25% is actually equal to what? 0.05 2, 5.
I know I should have.
And so, and so that means that 5 and a fourth percent is what?
Last.
So that's gonna be equal
Less
to
than.
what? That's equal to what? 0 point what?
0.0.
525, which means that it is what? It is what?
Less
It is
Less
what?
than.
It is what?
Less
than.
It
less
is
than. I know I
than.
should have
Man,
said for
say,
that.
say that with your
Less
belly,
than.
man. Say that with your soul.
I never.
It is
Oh,
God.
less than 5.25. Who are the
Now
only
you see why we
persons?
got
Who are the only persons with less than?
Cleveland.
Yes,
Someone
sir.
else, and then the
Jerusalem.
name.
Ursula.
And I had it and I deleted it and put graded down.
See, right? According to my calculations, I messed up very greatly.
Yeah, very greatly. But if it was just 5 and 1/4,
Less than.
no, you didn't say that's your
That
variant.
equals
Only
what?
only 3
no
persons.
mistake and logic behind it.
Only 3 persons said it. Ursula, Joel, and Cleveland. All right.
I just read.
Oh, I didn't say. I just had it in the chat.
Okay. 5.25% is equal to 0. That's the thing. You have to account for this percent sign. Even if you, for those of you who have a calculator, and just do 5.25 and just put the percent sign, that's equal to 0. Maybe I should try it. Let me show y'all. Let me show y'all because y'all might not believe me. So let me see if I can find a calculator online to show you.
Now I'm glad to be different.
Now you're glad to be
Use
different, right?
math solver.
Let's go. I just can use Google calculator. You should have a calculator there somewhere. All right. Okay, good. Let me pull it up. So 5, y'all can see it, right? 5.25%, which what do we expect this to be? Equal to what? Even smaller decimal, right? So it's equal to 0.0525. Does that make sense to y'all? Let me know, please, if y'all understand that.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Hello, class. Does that make sense to y'all? Let me know, please.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes,
So that means that the answer here is going to be what? It's going to be what? Less than. Less than.
Less than.
Good. All right, hopefully we can redeem ourselves with B. Do not say your answer out loud. Just quietly put in the chat. Quietly put in the chat, right?
Already
What is your
did.
answer for B? Quietly put it in the chat. For B, we have 17.04099. We have 17.04909. What is your answer for B? What is your answer for B? All right. What is your answer for B? Okay. Is it less than, is it greater than, or is it equal to? For B, is it less than, is it greater than, or is it equal to? What's the answer for B? All right. 17.04099, 17.04909. Okay. All right, now y'all can speak. What y'all put for B? What y'all put for B?
I think the first one is
Less
greater.
than. Less than.
Less than.
Greater
Less
than.
Less than. Less than.
Less than, greater than. Okay.
Less than.
Less than,
Pretty sure it's less than.
less than. All right, we can do a vote.
About greater than.
How many persons
Equal.
think it's, how many persons think they're equal? Let's go with equal. Equal? Equal, anyone? No one? No one want to be different? Wow.
Different is another word for wrong.
Not always. We just found out that
Yeah, like
True, sometimes.
just all right. So okay, no one for that. How about this one? Greater than. Who for greater than?
No.
Greater
I
than.
think so.
Greater than.
Greater than.
Greater than. Greater than.
you greater than people to stick with that.
Greater than. And
Less
then,
than.
and then less than people.
Stand.
Less than,
Aye,
less
aye,
than,
all the
I'm
way.
pretty
less
sure
than,
this one will count.
less than,
Back less than.
less than.
But it's 4,909.
The Bible say broad is the way. Okay, we shall see. All right, let's check. Okay, so how do we check decimals? We're gonna do it number by number. So 1 and 1, so they're the same, right? So they're equal so far. 7 and 7, they're equal so far, right? Then let's go 0 and 0, they're equal so far, right? Then 4 and 4, okay, they're equal so far, And then we have 0, okay, and 9. 0 and 9, which is bigger, 0 or 9?
9.
9. So what does that mean? Who is bigger? This guy.
9.
This guy over here. So it's greater than. How many persons put greater than? Any greater than people? Let me know. Let me know if you got greater than.
Greater than will rule.
Greater than. Greater than.
Yeah.
Greater than.
Less than.
Greater than. Good
I
stuff.
think that's less than, Mr. Baji.
Greater than. This is greater than. This is greater. Greater than. All right, good. Do y'all understand that? Let me know if y'all understand that now. All right.
You have less than symbol in there, not greater than.
This is less than. Oh my goodness, this is the less than symbol.
Yeah, that's what I said.
This is the
Mr.
less
Baji,
than
this less
symbol.
than.
This is the less than
Let's
symbol. It is the
Watch
less
me
than
feel
symbol.
wrong.
Yeah, this is the less than symbol.
I was saying I put the opposite shirt.
Yeah, this is the less
It's
than
not
symbol.
wrong.
It's the less than symbol because the way I'm pointing, it's the less than symbol. So less than,
Mr.
less
Baji
than.
controlling.
I know, right? Okay, so less than people want it. All right, next.
Hey, so what's the answer to the
I
question?
thought that was greater than, Mr. Petit, because it's
This
909
this one?
instead of 09. Yes,
Do you mean the symbol or the number?
the symbol in the back one is greater than the front number.
No,
No,
we
ma'am,
read-
because you see the 4 right next to the 4 is a 0, and then next to the next 4 is a 9.
Exactly.
So that
I
make that
said,
one big.
the back number is higher than the front number. That's what I'm saying.
I don't understand what you're saying, Miss Morris. Say it again.
I'm saying the back number is greater than the front number.
What back
No,
number?
but even though that
Oh,
99, even
I
You're
get
talking
on.
about
Say
the
if
17.04909.
Anyhow, like I said, I was reading it the other way. I was saying
Oh.
because the back one is bigger, I put greater than.
No.
Instead,
You-
I do it saying the small. You got to do the smaller one first before you do the.
You
bigger
do it.
one.
You do it from left to right. So you do it from this
Yeah, that's what
direction.
I'm saying. That
Yeah.
is where my mistake is.
You see it? Okay. So let me do
Yes,
it
sir.
again. Let me show you all again. So persons might still not understand.
2
So-
wins and 1.
One, if you look at this one and this one, they're the same.
No, I understand that part. I'm just saying because I know the back number is bigger,
Uh-huh.
I go on and I put greater than.
Oh,
But I supposed to, I supposed to do the first one first
yes.
to
And
the
then
back one. That's
there
what
we-
I'm saying. I do it opposite.
way. Okay, okay.
Yeah.
That's a good point. That's a very good point. So we do it from left to right. Okay, from left to
Yes,
right.
sir. Now I understand. Yes.
So if you look carefully, ooh, that's a nice color. Gosh, I like that. Any other smart pens? Cool. All right, so we do it from left to right. So if you look carefully, this one and this one are the same. So they're technically equal so far. But then the 7 and the 7 are the same. Let me go ahead and erase this so y'all can see exactly what I'm talking about. So if we look at this number, this one and this one, they're the same. So, you know, nothing changes. We can't really compare them yet. 7 and 7, they're the same. So technically the numbers are still equal. 0 and 0, they're still the same. So technically the numbers are still equal. 4 and 4, they're equal so far. But here's the difference. The difference comes when we're dealing with this 0, okay? And then this number is 9. What does that mean? That means that this number on this side is bigger than this because this is 0 and this is 9. All right, and so that's how we go ahead and do that. So the answer is going to be a less than symbol, which means that the alligator eats the number that's on the right. All right, do y'all understand this? Let me know if y'all understand this.
now, but I did it backwards.
That's fine.
Yes.
Y'all understand this?
Yes, sir.
All right, so
Yes,
are we
sir.
ready? Are we ready
Yes,
for
sir.
C? Y'all ready for C? Y'all ready for C?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
All right. Here goes nothing. Don't say it out loud. Just put your answer in the chat. What you think it's going to be for C? Do not say it out loud. Just put your answer in the chat. What you think the answer is going to be for C? Just quietly put your answer in the chat for me. Quietly put your answer in the chat. Let me see what y'all have.
Sorry, my keyboard is built loud.
Quietly put your answer in the chat. Quietly. I don't need to be responding to no one right now. Quietly. Antoine, you have to give me some of the food you're eating.
Pardon me?
You have to give me some of the food that you're eating.
What food?
My sources tell me that you're eating right now.
What?
My sources. Yeah, my sources. They tell me you're enjoying the food.
Can't my mommy, hold on. Bro, watch this here.
Are you eating right now?
I think I had one chip, bro.
I just guessed. So you didn't tell me nothing. Ha 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 ha. You rat yourself
What?
out. Okay. But you did try.
You have to share your food.
He has to
And
share,
I'm
right?
thinking,
You have to share. You have to share your food. Thank you for telling us all your secrets. What else you eat?
now I think my mommy is a snatch.
I just know you love food.
Anything, honestly.
All right, what do y'all have for C?
This leak all you part, man.
What? No,
Equal
it's
to.
good. What do y'all have for C? What do y'all have for C?
Equal to.
Equal
Two.
Equal to? Okay. And how many persons have equal to? Equal
I.
I,
do.
I,
Jada.
Jada. Okay.
Jerusalem.
Jerusalem. Okay, only Jada and Jerusalem have equal to. How many persons
I
have?
do.
Tiffany as
I
well.
would say equal to 2.
Say equal to as
I
well.
do.
Jasmine, okay. All right. How many persons have greater than? Greater than? Greater than? Greater than? Anyone for
I
greater?
do.
Greater than? Greater than?
I.
Chevette, okay, good. Greater than?
I do.
Ethan Smith, greater than, okay, cool. And then how many persons have less than? Less than? Less than? Y'all are really quiet on this one. Is it because y'all don't know the answer? Or y'all are really quiet.
Yes.
That's honestly, why would you think that they eating?
No,
I know
they're
the
good
answer.
students. What do you think, Aiden Deal?
Mr. Bate.
Can I say it out loud?
Yeah, say it out loud.
Equal to?
Aiden, you think it's equal to?
Yes, sir.
How did you come to that conclusion?
Basically what I did was I see to put them into their lowest factors.
The lowest factors? I understand what
Or
you
I mean
mean,
the
but I
lowest
think you are
multiples.
saying it wrong. But I understand what you mean.
I'm saying it in the
Mr.
wrong way.
Bate.
Yeah,
You get what
saying
I
the
mean?
wrong
Well, I
way.
divided it and I
Can I?
got
One is great.
Can I give it a
Wait,
try?
1
one I
second.
get
Go ahead,
13 also.
Miss Morris, then Jerusalem. Go ahead.
I say I divided it and I got 613 also because I divide the two combined numbers by 3.
Mm-hmm.
And when I divide, I get 613.
Okay. So you simplified it. That's interesting. That's a good.
Yes, sir.
It's an interesting way to do it. What you use?
3.
Use 3. Okay. Anyone else?
Yes, sir.
Yes, I simplified it too.
Mhm.
And I divide both numerator and denominator by the greatest common factor. So it's and I use 13.
Use 13. Okay.
I mean 3. 3
3,
point.
3,
3
3.
point. 3, yeah, 3.
3.
I
Very
did
good.
the same
You did
thing,
the same thing?
Sorry.
but to make sure my answer was right, I multiplied 6 and 13 by 3.
Yeah. So basically, what y'all are doing is what we call, anyone ever learn equivalent fractions? So that's basically what y'all doing. So
I did. You know,
So-
a little while.
so 18 divided by 3 is what? Is 6.
Six. 13.
And then 39 divided by 3. 39
13.
divided by 3 is what? Is 13.
13.
And so what that means is that these are literally the exact same fractions. They are equivalent. And so
Yes, sir.
the answer is definitely equal to. How many persons got equal to for this one?
Finally get one
Yeah,
right.
same,
Equal
yeah.
to, equal to, equal to. Very good. All right, take a picture of this and send it to me via WhatsApp again. Take a picture of this and send it to me via WhatsApp. I need everyone to do that. Again, take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp. I need everyone to go ahead and do that for me so that we can move forward with this. Again, take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp. Is there anyone who do not understand what I'm doing? Like you do not understand what's happening? Let me know if you do not understand.
Is that the only way to get the answer?
No, there's another way. You can say 6 over 13. So you could say 6 over 13. So you could start off with 6 over 13. And you can multiply top and bottom by
3.
by 3.
And you get 1839.
Yeah, and then you'll get 6 times 3 is 18. It's going to be 18 over 39. 13 times 3 is 39. Okay, so it's going to be 18 over 39. That makes sense?
Yes, sir, but I definitely was gonna get that wrong because I did not think to do any of that.
What did you do?
I started dividing long division and the answer was not coming out right.
Well, that's another way as well. You could divide both fractions. Like, so you could say,
Right, I
did
think
that
the
also
simplest
and it
way.
was wrong.
you could
I
say,
think the simplest way. I add.
you add? You
I
add?
add.
You to add?
I use the 6 and the 13, and then I add my way up.
Okay, no, don't do that. That's a long way.
That'll work
First.
though. No, look at it. It'll work. Look.
I know, I mean, it'll work.
Okay,
It'll work. If you add
once.
3 times, yeah, it will work. It will work. It will work. I mean, hey, there's different ways to skin a cat. If that's the only way you can remember in the exam, listen, by all means, right? But you could just multiply or divide your way to the answer as well. But if you do 18 divided by 39, right? That's 0.46 and so on. But if you do 6 over 13, right? That's what? 0.46.
I so straight.
0.46. So that's another way.
Mr. Bati,
Yes.
you say we can multiply, right?
Yes, we can. So you could do 6 over 13. 6 multiplied by 3 gives you 18. Okay, 6 multiplied by 3 is 18. And then 13 multiplied by 3 is 39. And so that's another way you could do it. All right, that makes sense?
Yes, sir.
Good. What her name is? Genesis Sweeting. You understand that? Let me know.
Not the last part that
And the
you was
last, not the
explaining.
division. Just do 18 divided by 39 in your calculator and do 6 divided by 13 in the calculator. And then you will see that they are the same thing. That's another way to do it.
You mean that 2 point something something something? Because that was
No,
a long
No,
number I got.
do 18 over 39. Not 39 over 18. Do 18 over 39. So put 18 first. 18 divided by 39. And then do 6 divided by 13. And then you can get the same answer as well.
Oh, thank you.
All right, let's move on from this. Who got all 3 right? Who got all 3 right? Who got all 3 right for this one? I mean, if you got all 3 right.
I got technically 3 right.
I got 1.
Ah, boy. That means that we need to redeem ourselves a lot. Redemption story. Who doesn't like a redemption story? The world loves
Redemption starts now.
redemption story. Okay, so we're gonna do another one that's gonna be a redemption story. Hopefully y'all get. I'm hoping that y'all get this. I'm really hoping that y'all get this. Do not allow me to swindle you again. All right. All right. So good. So let me go ahead and where are we? I think we're on this one. Okay, good. All right, go ahead and write this down for me. And then we're gonna do it together, but you can write it in your book, and then we're gonna do this together. Where's Ajani? Ajani, are you there? Where's Ajani? Ajani, are you there? Where's Ajani?
Yes, sir.
Read the question for me, please. Copy the statements below.
Copy the statements below. Then write the symbol greater than or less than or equal to in each space to make each statement correct.
Read it.
A, B, and C.
Yeah.
Five and 1/2% blank 0.055. B, 19.03606 blank 19.03066. C, 8/3 and 5/8.
Very good. Ajani, have you sent in your work yet?
No, sir.
Have you written this down?
Pardon me?
Have you written this down?
Yes, sir.
What you need to do is you need to take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp. You understand me, Ajani? Because I haven't even seen your work from yesterday. So make sure you're actually doing the notes, writing down the notes and sending in the work. You understand me? And that's for everyone. Some of you are in this class and you're not sending in the work, you're not doing the work. You need to do that. All right. I don't want to have to be running after anyone for notes. All right. But if I have to, I must. All right. So make sure go ahead and take a picture of your work once I ask for the notes. Make sure you are diligent and responsible enough to send them. All right. So we have 5.5% blank 0.055. Quietly put your answers inside the chat, please. What y'all have for that one. I hope you all learned from your mistakes. I really do. Quietly put your answer for A in the chat. We have 5.5%. Blank 0.055. Again, quietly put your answer inside the chat for me, please. Joseph Kalma. Where's Joseph? Joseph Kalma. I see your work from yesterday, but I do not see your work from the day. You have to send in your work, so you understand me? Take a picture of your work and send it to me. Dior Smith, where's Dior Smith? Dior,
So,
where's your work from today?
oh, I haven't sent it in yet.
Have you sent in the work from yesterday?
No, so.
So Dior, you can't just be in there and not sending the work, you know. So what do you be doing when I ask you to send the work?
Mine's like finish write the questions.
Yeah, but you don't send in your work, Dior. You have to send in your work. You understand me? Take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp. Do you understand that?
Oh, I don't Miss Petit.
so-
I get
Wait, don't
3
say
out
it
of
yet.
3.
Don't say it. Don't say it yet. Don't say it yet.
No, I mean for the last one. For the last one.
Okay. You mean
Because
for
you
the previous
asked,
one?
but I didn't
Okay.
respond.
Okay, good. Dior, where's your work, Dior?
I'm about to send it right now.
And Dior, how come you are not consistent with the classes? Sometimes I
What
see
do
you.
you
You know exactly what I mean. Sometimes I see you, sometimes I don't. It's like where you put me.
Oh, that's because my mommy wasn't able to pay for the last 2 weeks, so I couldn't come.
Dior, that's Dior's. Not you. The next Dior, Dior borrows. Dior borrows. That's what I want to speak to, not you. Where's Dior? Not Dior Smith. Dior borrows. Where's she? Can't have from her. Dior, can you hear me? Can't have from Dior. Please make sure that you're paying attention, so you're not like Dior. When I call upon you, you're not responding. Make sure you're paying attention. Would y'all have for A? Would y'all have for A?
Equal to.
Equal to.
Equal
Greater
to.
than.
Equal to.
I put greater than.
Greater than.
Greater than? Are we learning from our mistakes from the last question? Yes, sir.
Right.
Yes, sir.
You sure? So again, would y'all have for would y'all
I
have for
have greater
A?
than.
Would y'all have for A?
Greater than.
Greater than?
I have greater than.
Greater than?
I do all three. I put it in the chat.
Okay. Genesis Hannah, what you have for this one? For A.
I'm literally still writing.
Still writing? Okay. All right, so let's go ahead and answer A. Okay, so remember the same way, we're gonna do the same steps, right?
Before you answer A,
Uh-huh.
look at my answers in the chat.
What you have for A?
Less than, greater than.
Greater. Javarian, you have less than in the chat. That is.
Yeah, man. It was less than.
That's what you go on. You're going with less than?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Dior borrows. Where's Dior borrows? Dior borrows. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, where's your notes?
I'm sending it now.
So my question is, why are you inconsistent with the classes? Sometimes I see you, sometimes I don't. Dior.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you have to be consistent with attending the classes, Dior. Otherwise, you're not really gonna catch on. You understand me?
Yes, sir.
So take a picture of your work and send them to me. Your sister, Trinity, always come to class, but I barely, just like where you put me. I barely see you. Right? So you have to be consistent. And then when you're here, you have to send in the notes, Dior. You understand me?
I do send a note, so just don't put my name under it.
Dior, I'm looking at the chat and I don't see your notes. The last notes I see from you was from March 10th. After that, I don't see nothing else. So you have to send in your notes, Dior. All right, so this is going to be, so we have 5 and 5.5, so it's 5.5%. 5.5%. What we're gonna do, I'm gonna multiply and add. It's gonna be equal to 5 times 2 is what? 5 times 2 is 10 plus 1.
Plus 1 makes 11.
So it's gonna be 11 over what?
2.
11 over 2. And we have to divide this, right? So 2 goes into 11 how many times?
5.
2 goes in 11 how many times?
5.
5 times. 2 times 5 is what?
10.
10, very good. And 11 minus 10 is what?
1.
So this is gonna be, we put the decimal point, right? Which gives us the permission to add an imaginary. Which gives us the
0.
permission to add an imaginary 0, right? So 2 into 10, that goes, it's gonna be
5.
5 times. 2 times 5 is what?
10,
10, very good. And 10 minus 10 is 0.
0, 0.
So the answer is gonna be what? 5 point what? 5.5, right? Now with 5.5, right? We want to say 5.5 what? 5.5
Percent.
what? Percent, right?
Percent.
What does that mean?
Divided by 100.
That means that we have to divide it by 100. So we have to say 5.5. We're gonna, since we divided it by 100, well, we're gonna move it over how many times? To the left, how many times?
Twice.
Twice. 1 and 2. So put the point there, right? And then put imaginary 0 here. Put imaginary 0 here. Right? So 5.5%. So it's gonna be what? 0.055. Okay. So what does that mean?
They're equal.
They're equal. How many persons had equal to? How many persons had equal to? Let me know.
I did.
Not equal to.
How many persons had
Equal
equal to?
to.
How many persons had equal to? Don't lie now. How many persons had equal to? Equal to. Equal
Me.
to.
Me. I had
Alright.
equal to.
All right.
I did.
All right. Excellent. Good. So this is how we get it. This is how we get the equal to. Okay. Do you all understand that or no? You know, like so lost. Who's still
I
lost?
understand.
Jada?
I understand.
Who do not understand how we got it? Do not understand. Do not. Are we good? So the most important thing is we have to recognize that this is 5.5%. Okay. Now if it's just 5.5, it's just 5.5. But if it's 5.5%, then that means that we have to divide it by 100, and that's gonna be equal to that. All right. Next for B, put your answer inside the chat quietly. Put your answer inside the chat for B. This is 1 and 1. They are equal. This is 9 and 9. They are equal. This is 0 and 0. They are equal. This is 3 and 3. They are equal. This one is 6. This one is 0. Let me see what y'all have in that chat. What y'all have for this one?
Greater than.
Greater
Greater
than.
than.
Greater than. Definitely greater than.
Greater.
Definitely greater than. Who all are greater than? Let me know if you are greater than. Let's go.
I did.
Here.
Greater than.
I am greater than.
I did.
Okay, greater than. Greater than. Greater than. Now for C. What y'all have for C? What y'all have for C?
Less than.
Greater than.
Greater than.
Greater than. Greater than.
Yes. 813 is greater than 5/8.
813 is greater than 5/8. They're not equal to?
No.
No.
I had
Ada.
last time.
Remember last time? Okay, so the first thing I'll do, I'll try to make them the same denominator. So what is the lowest common multiple between 8 and 13? So I'll multiply this one by
104.
multiply this by 8. I'll multiply this by 8. I'll multiply this one by 13. I multiply this by 13. 5 times 13 is what? 5 times 13 is what?
64.
65.
65.
Again, 5 times 13 is what?
65.
Very good. And 8 times 13 is what?
104.
104. Let's do the left hand side. 8 times 8 is what?
64.
64. And
8 times
8 times
13.
13 is what? 8 times 13 is what?
104. 104.
So we have one. So we have one side that is 64 over 104. Okay. And we have the next side that is 65 over 104. So which one is bigger? Which one is smaller?
Less than.
Which one is the
Oh, that's
biggest?
last time.
Which one is the biggest?
The back one is the biggest.
The 5 over 8.
60. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Pardon me,
it's-
Mr. Petit.
Yes.
I have to leave for a bit and then rejoin the meeting.
No problem.
So-
So it's gonna be what? Greater than, right?
Yeah. No, less than.
I mean less than, sorry. Less than. So it's gonna be 5 over 8. It's interesting, right? They're only different by like 1. It's kind of interesting.
1.
That's insane. I was not
That's
expecting
them trying
that.
to trick us.
That's it. That is a good question. A very good question. Anyone got 3 out of 3? Boy, you got 3 out of 3. You're
No. I
A
get
beast.
1 again.
I got 2 or 3.
2 out of 3. 2 out of 3. Any 3 out of 3 people?
I didn't finish. So I only got 2.
Mr. Petit, sorry.
Yeah, go ahead,
Alright.
Drusilla.
Could you, because I quite sure, number 1 was greater than. Could you go over that again? Because
Oh,
I'm trying to wrap my head
understand.
around.
Why?
Yeah, because
What did you
I
get?
really
Which
thought it was
what did you
greater
get?
than. I
What did
got
you get?
greater than.
No, what did you get for what is 5 and 1 over 2 as a percentage? What you got for that?
For what?
5
I
and 1
got
over.
five-
When you
5 and
convert
1
this,
over-
yeah, so you have to convert this into a percentage, right? So 5 and
Yeah,
1
so I
over
got-
2 as a percentage, what is that?
I got 5.5, and I know why.
No, it is 5.5. So
Right.
5 and 1 over 2 is 5.5, right?
Mhm.
Good. So, but they say 5 and 1 over 2%. So what you have to do is you have to take 5.5, because they didn't just say 5.5, they say 5.5%. Now, if they didn't say 5.5%, then you would have been right. It would have been greater. But they say 5.5%. There's a big percentage sign right there, right? So what does that mean? That means that you have to take the 5.5 that you got, and you have to divide that by 100. You understand what I'm saying?
I hear you. Yeah.
And
okay.
so
I think the percent must be didn't catch my eye.
the percentage is with the problem. The same thing with the
Yes.
previous one, right? We had to take 5 and 1 over 4, which is 5.25, really. But we have to change this into percent. And what does that mean? That means we have to divide 5.25, right, by 100. And when we divide 5.25 by 100, we move the decimal point twice to the left, which is going to be what? 1, 2. Okay, and so that's going to be that right there.
Yeah.
And then it's going to be, so it's actually 0.0525.
Okay, I understand now.
Okay, so that's that. Any other questions on this? Let me know, please, if y'all understand this again. If there's any questions on this, let me know if y'all understand this, please. Okay. So we want to compare our stuff, and we also want to order them, compare them, and order them. Make sure everything is okay. Make sure we understand what we're doing. All right. Should we do another one, or y'all think y'all understand how to do these things?
Give me another one.
want
I
another
didn't
one?
get one right. Give me
Uh,
another one, please.
Another one? Okay. All right. Look like
Yes,
someone
sir.
want to redeem herself. The rest of you, hopefully,
Yes, sir.
Y'all could do this also and redeem yourself as well. So what I want us to do here is I want us to write down this question. In each case, they're supposed to be like a what should I say? I should use these. I should say it should be a line, a straight line. So I want you to do this for me. And okay, good. Okay. All right. All right. Okay, that's good. Okay, so we have okay, so where's waterfall? Waterfall, can you hear me? There's waterfall.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Do you understand how to do this?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. What number you on?
I.
I. Okay,
Yes,
good.
sir.
That's good. All right, good. Again, take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp. Again, take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp. All right, what number y'all on? Let me know what number y'all on, please. What number y'all on? What, so, or what letter I should say? Maybe I should say what letter?
I on I.
I, okay, good.
I'm
I.
on I.
Say it again.
I'm on I.
I, okay, good. So we have to answer these things together. All right, what y'all have for this one? Let me know what y'all have for this one.
Equal to.
First
I
one's
put
equal.
I am in the chat.
What y'all have for this one?
Equal to.
Equal to?
Equal.
Equal to.
Okay.
Equal to.
Equal to. Okay. So all right, so let's go ahead and let me go ahead and answer it. And let's go ahead and answer this. So all right, so let's go ahead and answer this. Why did you put equal to for this? Why did you put equal to for this one?
Because when you change it to a decimal,
When you break it down,
it's
Mhm.
0.36.
Say it again.
When you change 36% to a decimal, it's
Mhm.
equal to 0.36.
Very good. Very good. So if we go ahead and we do this, it's going to be, what is 36% as a decimal? 36% is going to be what?
0.3.
So 36% is what? 36%. We move it over how many times? 3 times, right? So it's going to be what? 1, 2, just twice, right? Not 3 times, just twice.
Yeah.
So it's going to be 0. What?
36.
0.36. Very good. 0.36. All right. So it's going to be 0.36. So this is going to be greater than or less than or equal to.
Equal.
It's just equal. It's just equal. And then we have 1 and 4 over 5 blank 1.75. Okay.
Less than.
That's gonna be less than. So let's see.
Equal to.
Equal to.
Less than.
Less than.
That's less than.
Less than. So let's go ahead
Yes, sir.
and do it. So we have 1 and what? 4 over 5.
5.
Multiply by. Add. Excuse me. 1 times 5 is what?
5.
Plus 4.
9.
So it's gonna be 9 over what?
5.
9 over 5. 9 over 5. And then we divide, right? How many times does 5
Yes,
go
sir.
into 9?
Once.
5 going to 9, how many times? 1 time.
1.
5 into 5 times 1 is 5.
5.
9 minus
Need
5
4.
is 9 minus 5 is
4.
4. And it's gonna be what? Decimal. The decimal point gives us the permission to add what?
To add a 0.
Add a 0 at the bottom here. How many times does 5 go into 40?
8.
8 times. So this is actually what? 1 point what? 1.8. And what is 1.8? That's gonna be what?
Greater than.
That's gonna be what? Greater than, right?
Smaller than 1.75.
Greater than 1.75. That makes sense?
Yes, sir.
Good. And then we have 1.065.
Mr. Petit, I have one question.
Yeah, what your question is?
How is 1.8 greater than 1.75?
1.8 is like 1.80.
That's only
understand what I'm saying?
1.7.
You understand?
Oh, yes, sir.
You understand what I'm saying? 1.8 is like 1.80. So that's
Oh,
why.
yes, sir.
You understand what I'm saying? Okay,
Yes, sir.
good. All right. All right, so that's gonna be, what is that, equal to? So y'all have, that's what, greater than, right?
Yes, sir.
Greater than. And then we have 1.07, 1.065. What y'all have for this one?
I
1.065.
still doing that.
I have greater than.
You have greater than, you're not sure?
I still doing it. That's got me confused.
I got you confused. Anyone else want to try? What you love for this one?
His name is Budiyari. We get 1.8 at the end.
Who's that speaking?
Christian.
Who?
Christian Wilson.
Christian Wilson. Because 5 times 8 is 40. Okay. You see what I'm saying? 40 minus 40 is 0. So when we divide it, that's why we get 1.8. Because we took 9 over 5 and converted it into a decimal, which is 1.8. That makes sense? Or no? Does that make sense or no?
Yes,
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. Look like I need to give y'all an exercise on this or a quiz to see if you all really get it.
We ain't had a quiz in a minute.
Graded exercise. Graded exercise.
Great exercise.
We ain't had a graded exercise or a quiz in so long.
Really? Sound like you asking for one.
Quiz. Absolutely not. No, sir. I good.
Thanks for letting me know the suggestion. I appreciate it. So we
Oh,
have
great
1.
exercise. I
we
can't
have-
look at right now.
We have 1 and 13 over 20. Multiply, then add. 1 times 20 is what?
20,
Plus 13.
33,
33, so it's going to be 33 over what? 33 over
over 20.
over 20.
20.
Very good.
I get that part so
Got
far.
that. And then we say how many times does 20 go into 33, right?
Yes.
So 20
once
into 33. 20 into 33. How many times does 20 go into 33? That's going to be what? 1 and what?
Yes.
33 minus 20 is going to be what? 13.
13.
How many times does put the point, right?
Mm-hmm.
That gives us permission to add a what? A 0.
0.
How many times does 20 go into 130?
6.
6. 20 times 6 is what?
120.
120, yeah, 120. Okay. 0 minus 0 is? 0.
0.
3 minus 2 is?
1.
1, very good. And that's going to be, how many times does 20 go into 100?
You gotta add a 0.
Yeah, how
And
many times?
that's 5.
That's 5, yeah. So 20 times 5 is what?
100.
100, very good.
Oh, got that.
And 100 minus 100 is? 100 minus 100 is?
0.
0. So it's going to be 1 point what? 1 point
65.
65. 1.65. So the answer is going to be what? Which one is greater?
Less than.
Yeah, this one. And then we have the square root of 1.
Yeah.
We have the square root of 1, right? And then we have
Equal.
1 squared, the square root of 1, and then 1 squared. And so what is going to be? That's going to be what? That's going to be equal, right?
Equal, because the square root of 1 is 1, and
Basic.
1 squared is 1 times 1, which will total out to equal.
Very good.
So basically, what the square root of
Equal.
the square root of 2 is basically
It was equal. Eh?
It's equal because the square root of 1, the square root of 1 is what?
1 times 1.
The square root of 1 is what?
1.
1.
Times, I mean 1.
1. The square root of 1 is 1.
And 1 squared.
And 1
is
squared is 1 times 1. And 1
It's
times 1
1
is what?
times 1.
Which is what?
1.
1.
1. Very good. Okay. And so that's how we do that.
Well, thank you, Mr. Petit. I redeem myself.
So it's going to be what? Equal to, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. Equal to. All right, so okay, that's gonna be good. So I think we could. The next thing that we need to do is, what I need y'all to do is take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp. Again, take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp. I need everyone to do that for me, please. Again, take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp. All right, so again, I need everyone to do this, please. Take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp. Again, take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp. Again, take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp. Again, take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp. Again, take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp. All right, so I'm going to put the quiz inside the chat. What we're going to do for these set of quizzes, we're going to start easy, like very easy. And then as you pass them, then I'm going to send more, and it's going to get harder and harder and harder. But I want to start very easy, like super easy. And then as you all show that you could get it, then you move on to the next one. All right. How many persons have used IXL before? We're going to be using IXL for this evening. All right. So if you've not used IXL before,
I have.
okay. Genesis, don't cry.
I'm not with this device yet.
Too late.
And it's IXL, don't cry. And what the name is?
Marshall.
What the name is? What the name is? Genesis, don't cry. Genesis started crying.
Too late. I don't start.
Okay. IXL is good, especially if you know what you're doing. Okay. So.
I'm scared. Why is IXL making people cry?
No, it's good. It's good. It's good. It's good. Please don't mind. Don't mind her. She's, going through stuff.
Like he just say, it is good if you know what you're doing. So if you know what you're doing, we all good cry.
Yeah, never mind. I can cry 'cause I don't know what they do.
All right. So, here's the thing. For IXL, you need a username and password, but I need to create y'all a username and password. So what we have to do now is I need y'all to here's the thing, please, to make this process very easy. You have to put your full name. Put your full name and do not space it. All right. Put your full name and do not.
Middle name too?
No, just your first and last name, right? Put your first and last name. I don't need the middle name, right? Because I'm going to create the username and password for you. Okay, put your first and last name. You know what? Put a space between your first and last name. I'm sorry. Put a space between your first and last name, but just don't capitalize, I should say. Don't capitalize it. All right?
Are we putting this in the chat?
In the chat. Put it inside the chat. I'm going to go in the order that they come. All right? I'm going to go in the order that they come, and I'm going to give you a username and password.
What are we doing again?
Okay. So just put in your first and last name in the chat. So you can click on the quiz. The quiz is you're going to start the quiz, but it's going to tell you to stop because you're going to reach to a limit. Then you're going to put in your username and password. Okay. Your username and password are going to be the same thing. Once you get it, then you can switch it to whatever you want it to be. But it's going to be your name 344. That's what your username and password is going to be. Your name 344. That's what it's going to be. All right. Your name 344. Everyone is going to be the same thing. Your name 344. Your username and password is going to be the same thing. Your name 344. All right. So I'm going to put the quiz inside the chat. You're going to begin the quiz, but then it's going to tell you need a try to come off the trial and go into the actual thing. And so, yeah, so you could start this quiz. I'm going to key in your names and everything so that you won't have to go on the trial. Okay. So I'm gonna go in the order that it comes. So if you don't have your username and password yet, if it's still saying trial, that's because I haven't done yours yet. Okay. So yeah. Okay, so but it's your name 344, no capital letter or none of that. Okay. I'm gonna say who one I have done already. So far I've done. Okay, this is good. So let's save that.
So you have to sign up when you're saying if you're here for the first time.
No. Just go straight on the quiz. And then once you go on the quiz, then after it tells you, oh, you know, you don't have enough, then you're gonna put in the username because I haven't created it yet. I'm gonna create it now for y'all. But your username, I'm gonna say who one is created as yet. So okay. So you're gonna receive your username and password. I'm gonna send it to you directly. Where's Ethan? Ethan Smith. I sent yours to you.
Okay. I understand these questions now.
Ethan, did you get yours?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. That's your username and password. Wait, I'm sorry. The first one is your username. The second one is your password. So that's Ethan. So next person is, who else? Ethan, then Tavari. Tavari, I'm gonna do yours now. If yours has not been done, that's because I haven't done it yet. So give me a chance. Okay.
So, Mr. Petit, is the first quiz that I see on the screen as soon as I go in?
Say it again.
So, it's the quiz that I see when I first go in?
Yeah, that same one. Okay. Tavari? Where's Tavari?
Yes, sir.
Your username and password is the same thing. Your name 344. All right.
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. So once you do that, then you could sign in. Okay. Who else? I think Tavari. Then who else?
So something pop up on my screen saying, it says as daily practice limit reached.
Oh,
The
great.
fund
You
doesn't have
weren't paying attention. You weren't paying attention. You have to wait until I give you your username and password. If I don't give you username and password, then just keep on saying that.
Well, my mother always called me too quick.
Where's Tayden Johnson?
It's true.
Tayden,
Yeah.
your username and password is the same thing. Your name 344.
Yes, sir.
So sign in, and then once you sign in, then you can go ahead and do that quiz. Then I can actually
sir.
get your marks. Your name 344. I'm going in the order that it comes. So if you didn't put your name in the chat, then I can't create your stuff. All right. So what's the next name I see? This gonna take long. Who else? Tayden. Gosh, then your full name. Okay. Okay. Gosh. Ethan, Tavari, Tayden, and Micah. Micah's the next person. All right, that should be good. All right. Micah Cambridge, where's Micah? Micah, can you hear me? Where's Micah? Micah Cambridge, where's Micah?
Yes, sir, I can hear you.
I put it inside the chat for you. In the meantime, for those persons who haven't gotten their work yet, let me put something on the board for you to do so that you wouldn't just be here idle. So for those of you who are still waiting on the username and password, can you please do the question that's on the screen? Again, if you're waiting on your username and password, let me just put this question on the screen for you to do so that you just won't be here just, not doing anything. So do this question for me.
Cool, something fast to learn.
Yeah, something for you to do. And then I'm gonna put your username and password. I so far already done those three. Micah, Ethan.
You want us to write this down?
Yes,
Number?
write it down in your book, yeah.
Okay.
Amaya. And then
Could you bring it up a little bigger, please? I can barely see it.
okay, no problem. Gosh. No problem. You can see it now?
Yeah, a little better. Thank
Good.
you.
No problem.
Just press Alt. It zooms in the zoom screen.
Say it again, just press what?
Just press Alt, it zooms in the zoom screen.
Okay.
After that, double tap with the mouse.
Amaya, Simon, I have your stuff. Your username and password is Amaya Simons 344. And Nathan. Maya, did you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Good. So you could finish the quiz now. Nathan, yours is already done as well. The username and password is the same. Nathan 344. You could do the quiz now.
Mr. Petit,
Go ahead.
the thing will pop up. It says, put in my username and password.
Who's that speaking?
Maya Leo.
Oh yes, Maya Leo. I don't know if you were paying attention, but I was saying that I'm going to give you your username and password. Those persons whose name are, you have to put your name in the chat, your full name, and then I'm going to give you your username and password. All right.
Yes, sir.
Dior Smith, your username and password is the same thing.
Excuse me, Mr. Petit.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't get disconnected. What we doing?
Put your name inside the chat. Put your name inside the chat. I'm giving everyone there. Carmelo, I need your last name. Where's Carmelo? Carmelo, can you hear me?
Mr. Petit, should it be capitalized?
No, you don't have to cap. No, don't capitalize.
That's what I did, but it ain't working.
Who's that speaking?
Alora.
Laura, I didn't tell you I got your username yet. You have to wait until I post it inside the chat. I haven't gone to yours yet. Only those persons whose name I already post. I know yours already done. Who else? I got
Excuse me,
Nathan.
Mr. Petit. It's Jamal.
Say it again. Say it again.
It's did you do Jemiah yet?
Jemiah? No, I haven't done Jemiah yet. No. If I haven't done your name, then you have to just do the work that's on the screen. So far, I have done. I'm on Destiny now. Destiny Taylor. Where's Destiny Taylor?
Rachel.
Okay. Okay. Destiny Taylor.
Mr. Petit, I'm finished.
You finished? Good. Destiny Taylor.
Yes, sir.
Your username and password is the same thing. Got it? And then And then okay, and then Javette.
I'm done. I got 24 to 24.
Who's that speaking?
Ethan Smith.
You done? You got it done?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So this is what I have to do. What I'm gonna do is everyone put your name inside the chat. What I have to do is I have to do this. I gotta try to do this tomorrow because it's I'm gonna put all your username and passwords in a list. So just put your name in the chat. Put your name in the chat. Make sure your name is in the chat. So when I go home tonight, well, I'm home, but when I put all the lists together, I can make sure of your name so we could do this quiz tomorrow. Yeah, username
Put
and
it in
password.
again.
Yeah, your username and password will remain the same. And I'm gonna try to make it such that it's easy to remember. Okay. And then we could do this all together, and then it makes sense. Because I don't think I'm not gonna have enough time to key in all the other stuff right now. Okay, so let's go ahead and do this question. Good. Go ahead. Amia, read this question, please. Jerry had. Amia, go ahead and read this question. Jerry had.
Jerry had $100. He went to a computer store, a bookstore, and a music store. He spent 3 times as much money in the computer store as he did at the music store. He spent $12 less at the bookstore than at the music store. He had $37 left. A. Using X to represent the amount of money he spent at the music store. Expressed in terms of X. I. The amount of money spent at the computer store. The amount of money spent at the bookstore. B. Form an equation in terms of X for the total amount of money he spent. C. Solve the equation formed in B to determine the amount of money spent at the music store.
Very good. Okay, so we have to figure out the amount of money that he spent at the computer store. So Jerry had $100. He went to the computer store, a bookstore, and a music store. He spent 3 times. He spent 3 times as much money in the computer store as he did the music store. He spent $12 less at the bookstore than at the music store. He then had $37 left. Using X to represent the amount he spent in the music store in terms of X, express the amount of money that he spent at the computer store. Okay. Okay. How much money did he spend at the computer store? How much money did he spend at the computer store? What y'all think? Any idea? Using X to determine the amount of money he spent at the music store. Expressed in terms of X, the amount of money he spent at the computer store. Any ideas?
Still working.
What do you think?
I'm working on the question.
You're working it out? All right. Go ahead. Say it again.
51.
Say it again, Javarian.
50.
51.
51.
51. Okay. He spent 3 times as much money in the computer store as he did the music store. He spent $12 less at the bookstore than the music store. He then had $37 left. We want his the amount of money he spent at the computer store. Okay. X represents the amount of money he spent where? He spent where?
Yeah, I have to go
Excuse me.
X represent the amount of money. Go ahead.
I'm gonna order device.
Okay, no problem. So the amount of money spent at the computer store, right? So X is the amount of money that he spent where? At what?
He spent $51 at the computer store.
Nope. X is the amount of money he spent where?
Music store.
At the
Music store.
At the music store, right? And then it says he spent 3 times. How many times? 3 times as much money in the computer store as he did the music store, right? He spent 3 times the amount, 3 times as much money in the computer store as he did the music store. So calculate the amount of money he spent at the computer store. Shania, do you know? Big help us.
I would say 3x.
3x? Why would you say 3x?
Because he spent as much money in the computer store as he did at the music store, and then it's 3 times.
Okay, and okay, 3 times. You saying 3x? Okay. Anyone else agree with us? She's saying 3x. Anyone else agree with her? Oh, y'all no. No. So remember, it's very important that it says he spent 3
Yes, I
times.
agree with her.
You agree with her, Xavier? He spent 3
Yes, sir.
times. 3 times. 3 times. What does that mean? 3 multiplied by what? 3
100.
multiplied by what? It can't be 100. 100 is the amount of money he had, right?
3 times the money he spent at the computer store.
3 times the amount of money spent where? At the music store.
Music store.
No, at the music store.
The music store. The music store.
The music store. He spent 3 times as much money in the computer store as he did what? Where?
At the music
In
store.
the music store, right? So what does that mean? That means that he spent 3 times the amount of money spent in the music store. What is the music store? The music store is what? The music store is what? X, right? So it's going to be 3
X.
times what?
X.
3 times X. Very good. 3 times X. And what is 3 times X?
3x.
That's just 3x. Okay, 3 times X is 3x. It's going to be 3x. 3x. All right. So the amount of money that now we need to figure out the amount of money that he spent at the bookstore. At the bookstore.
They say he spent $12 less at the bookstore.
He spent $12 less at the bookstore, right? So it says he spent $12 less at the bookstore than at the music store. So $12 what? $12 less. $12 less at the bookstore than at the music store.
3x minus 12?
No. $12 less. $12 less at the bookstore than at the what? Than at the music store. What is the music store?
Oh.
The music store.
3x.
The music store is no. The music store.
X.
The music store is what?
The music store is X.
The music store is X. Okay. The music store is X. So it's gonna be $12 less. What is $12 less? That's gonna be what? X minus what?
X take away 12.
Minus 12.
X minus 12. X minus 12. Does that make sense to y'all? Do y'all understand that or no? I need to explain it again.
Yeah, so
No, so.
It's
What's
a little
that?
bit riddly.
It's riddly. Okay.
No, sir, I don't understand either.
You understand
No.
either? Okay, so
This really ain't got no numbers.
I know, right? Just variables, right?
Yeah.
He spent 3 times as much money in the computer store as he did the music store. It says
Oh.
3 times, 3 times. So it's going to be 3x. Why is it 3x? because the amount of money they spend in the music store is X. Now someone say, Mr. Petit, what is X? We don't know. We don't know what X is. X is a variable, right? It's just a letter representing a number. It's going to be 3X. 3X. Okay. All right.
Okay.
So 3X is going to be 3 multiplied by X.
Excuse me, Mr. Petit, the computer store and the music store is the same amount?
Say it again?
Is the computer store and the music store the same amount?
No. The computer store is 3X. The music store is just X. You understand?
Yes, sir.
So X
And the
is
bookstore is X minus
and
12.
the bookstore is X minus 12.
Okay.
So the computer store is 3X, 3 times the amount he spent in the music store. 3 times the amount of money spent in the music store. The bookstore is what? It's $12 what? $12 what?
Less.
$12 less. $12 less. Okay. So form an equation in terms of X for the total amount of money spent. So for the total amount of money spent, what are we gonna do? We know that it's going to be, for the total amount of money spent, that's going to be what? Total amount of money is going to be the amount of money that he spent at the computer store. Computer store. No, let's start off in the music store. The amount of money that he spent at the music store. Okay, the amount of money he spent at the music.
Okay, the total amount of money he spent would be, I think, $63.
The amount of money he spent at the music store, right? Plus the amount of money he spent where? At the computer store.
Plus the bookstore.
Plus the amount of money spent where?
The bookstore.
At the bookstore. At the bookstore. And so we have music store, we have computer store, we have bookstore. What's the amount of money spent at the music store based on the question?
X.
The amount of money spent at the music store based on the question?
X.
X. Because it says X is used to represent the money spent where? At the
music store.
At the music store. So at the music store, the amount of money is X, right?
No.
Say it again.
This makes sense now.
Makes sense. Now that's good. So the music store is gonna be what? Gonna be X plus the computer store, which is what? What's the computer store? The computer store.
3X.
3X. Very good. 3X. 3X. And the bookstore is gonna be what?
X minus 12.
X minus 12. The bookstore is gonna be X minus 12. X minus 12. So we have, now we're just gonna add it, right? So it's gonna be, remove this equal sign. So it's gonna be X plus 3X, right?
4X.
X plus 3X is what? 4X.
4X.
Very
4X.
good. 4X. Plus what?
Plus X.
Plus X.
Is 5X.
Plus X. Okay. Minus what? Minus
12.
Minus 12. And then we have x, 4x plus 4x plus x is going to be equal to what?
5x.
5x. It's going to be 5x minus what?
Minus 12.
Minus 12.
12.
Okay. Now they say that this is the amount of money that he spent at the formula equation for the total amount spent. Formula equation terms for the total amounts spent. Okay, so he spent X dollars at the music store. He spent $3X at the computer store. He spent X minus $12 at the bookstore. And how much did he have again? He had what? $100?
100.
Yeah, $100. So that would mean that means he had $100.
He spent $63.
He had $100. He spent a certain amount of money, and he is left with what?
37.
$37.
So I say 63.
So that means that if we send this over, that's gonna be 137 minus 100. What is 37 minus 100? That's what?
63
minus 100. That's 63. So that means that is gonna be equal to what? 63. So this is gonna be 63 equal to 63. But how do we get to 63? We got to 63 because we know that
take away.
We know that this is gonna be equal to 100 minus what? 137. Yeah, 100 minus 37. And what is 100 minus 37?
63.
It's gonna be 63. And so that means that 5x minus 12 is equal to 63.
63.
Now, did they ask us to solve for x in the next question? Did they ask us to solve for x in the next question? What did the next question say? I don't know if y'all wrote it down.
It's a solve the equation form in B.
Okay, solve
to
the
determine the amount of money spent at the music store.
So solve the equation formed in B. So you have to solve this equation.
B.
Class, how are we going to solve this equation? We have 5x minus 12. 5x minus 12. How are we going to solve that equation? 5x minus is equal to 63. What are we going to do if you all know how to solve these stuff? 5x minus 12 is equal to 63. How are we going to solve that equation, this linear equation?
63 minus 12.
Say it again. 1 second. Let me do it. Go ahead and do it. Again, we have 5x minus 12 is equal to 63. How are we going to answer this question? What are we going to do? How are we going to answer this question? What are we going to do?
Over the
62.
12.
Say it again. We're going to
Bring
send
over the 12.
send over the 12 over the equal sign. That becomes what?
Plus a positive 12.
Yeah, 63. Right? This is 3 what? Plus 1. Plus 12.
12.
It's going to be what? 5x. 5x. And so it's going to be what? 5x.
5x equals 75.
5x is equal to, what is 63 plus 12?
75.
63 plus 12.
75.
75. Very good. And so what we gonna do at this
Then
point?
divide by 5.
Divide both sides by what?
5.
Divide both sides by 5.
Uh, 15.
Divide both sides by 5. Then we do what? Cancel. Cancel. So x is equal to, what is 75 divided by 5?
15.
75 divided by 5 is what? 15. Yeah, 15. So the answer is 15. And so that means that x, which we was trying to figure out, x is 15. Okay. All right. Do y'all have this written down? Let me know if y'all have this written down.
I was doing the last part to just do right now.
Okay. And take it. Anyone, any questions on this before I move on? Again, any questions on this before I move on? Let me know if you have any questions.
What happened?
Say it again.
Yes.
What's his name? Cleveland.
See.
Say it again.
What happened?
Let's see what he just did.
Yeah, that's C. C is, yeah, this is C. This part is C. This part is C. This is not B. I need to make that clear. Say it again.
The
Oh, yeah.
question.
Oh, it couldn't fit, so I moved it. I moved it. It couldn't fit, so I moved it. Okay, so that's C. So we have that x is equal to 15. All right, take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp. Again, take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp. I need everyone to do that, please. Again, take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp. I need everyone to do that. Take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp. Again, take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp, please.
How?
Cleveland, you are breaking up very bad. So I still can't hear you properly. Because you're breaking up badly. Okay. Can you hear me, Cleveland? Cleveland, can you hear me? Where's Cleveland? Cleveland, can you hear me? You're breaking up badly, so I can't hear you. That's the problem. Again, I need everyone to take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp, and then we can move on to English language. Again, take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp. Then we can move on.
Mr. Petit,
Mm-hmm.
I don't have my grammar class tonight. So I could stay
Okay,
until
no problem.
8:30.
8:30, that's fine, perfect. We need another eloquent reader. All right, again, take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp. I need you all to do that, please. All right. Go ahead and take a picture of your work via WhatsApp so that we can move on from this. All right, so let me go ahead and move from this. All right. Let's go ahead. All right. Let's go ahead and go on to English. My name is Mr. Petit. Today is Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, the 19th of March, 2025. The subject is, of course, mathematics.
Good night, Mr. D.
Good night, English language, sorry. All right. So the last thing we did in English, anyone can remember? The very last thing we did on Monday. Remember when we doing the British accents versus
Filling in the right
Wrong tense.
the
Wrong uses of tense.
wrong uses of tense, right? And we said that, and we said that persons, what? What did they do? What do we do? What do we typically do in Bahamian dialect?
We use the past tense very incorrectly.
And so we talked about how we could basically how we could basically take the past tense and start to use them in the right way. All right. Today we're going to be looking at so in your exam they're going to ask you to do certain things in terms of, especially when it comes to reading comprehension exercises. They're gonna ask you different questions based on that, and so you have to know what they mean when they use certain words. So we're gonna be looking at common keywords. So let's go ahead. Okay, we're gonna look at common keywords that I use. So topic is common keywords on comprehension papers. Common keywords on comprehension papers. Let me write this out clearly. Yes, none. All right. So if inside your exam they tell you that they want you to compare, this is going to be our first word. Let's say they ask you, let's say they say, oh, we want you to compare, right? We want you to compare. What does compare mean?
To show how two things are different or alike.
To show how two things are different or alike. Anyone else? What do we mean by compare?
See
To tell
the difference.
similarities between different things
The
or
point of the
two things.
It's a choice.
So what if I
Or to
say,
show.
okay, what if I say compare boys versus girls? Compare boys and girls. How would you compare them?
Human beings.
Both are God.
Boys
Both.
die
How
faster.
much girls it is, how much boys it is.
I said compare.
Height,
If you had to compare them,
One works, one uncooks.
They both are human beings.
one is female, one is male.
Compare, I said compare.
One works, one uncooks.
Some are tall and some are generally shorter.
No,
One is-
compare. What compare means?
Oh.
Compare means primarily to do what?
We contrast
Similarities.
We need to focus on the similarities. So what is if I want you to compare boys and girls, what are the similarities? You're gonna say what?
They're both human.
Both are humans.
They both have hair.
Both are humans. Both have what? Hair.
They both breathe.
Both have hands and feet.
Both have hands and feet. Hair, hands and feet. Hands.
Warm-blooded.
Feet.
Both have emotions.
Feet. Right? Warm-blooded. Warm-blooded. Blooded. What else?
Weird.
Weird.
Yeah.
We
All
could put that.
people are weird.
We could put that on the girl's side.
Just you.
Is it me?
No, it's just
Put it on
us.
the girl.
Yep.
No, that's
Put it on
fine.
the girl's
Nicer.
side.
Put it on the girl's
We
side.
put it on the girl's side. Boys are normal.
No, y'all not.
Boys are
Yeah,
normal.
yeah.
We're
Y'all
great.
are the most typical
Barely
boys.
In a
enough of a
legit to be normal.
Boys are great. Um.
Some girls got some problems.
All right. Both lie. Only girls lie.
No, both. Be honest.
Gender
Thank
discrimination.
you. Thank
Girls
you,
are
Miss Norris. Oh,
Both lie. Wow.
Yes.
Both lie.
Mr. Badi, hold on, before you put that in the middle, right? Today I was on the talk to blind and the little boy drop $dollar. The girl take the dollar. I watch her, I ask her, I will take the
Wow.
boy $. You know what she say?
What?
Oh, that was my $.
Straight
Wow.
on the girls' line.
Lie.
She lie,
Straight to the
right?
girls. Yeah, that's
Wow.
straight to the girls.
You
All
never
right.
heard of Johnny
Everyone out
Tony?
there, I
Johnny
agree.
We may lie, but y'all do it better.
All right. What else? So when we say compare, we mean primarily to list out the similarities. Okay. Now you could still point out the differences, right? You mention them, but primarily you mention similarities. Okay. So similarity means compare means to point out similarities and point out differences. Okay, so what are some differences between boys and girls? Differences.
Girls have curvy bodies.
Okay. And
We
the
don't
bodies of
whine
men
about
are
every
what?
day.
We don't whine about every
Honest,
day.
you honest thing there?
No, you don't have to draw. This is just thing.
Oh, okay.
A serious differences. In general, men are taller. In general. Right?
We don't
Look
be
at my
thinking like that
screen.
for real.
Yeah.
I might have to protest that one.
Stronger.
I'm 6 foot.
Men are stronger.
Yeah, in general.
Thank you
Stronger.
for the compliments.
In general, there's
Not you specifically.
Based on what I heard right now, men just better for real.
Javarian, that's not true.
Gender discrimination
I
again.
know, right? It's real.
Boys are more messy.
Oh, that's true.
Well, that's true.
That is true.
My table literally is spotless.
That's
And
strong.
they generally don't dress as well as girls.
That's strong in general. So
Girls dress better.
girls take more care of the what we say appearance. They're more
And
Boys
hygiene.
cook better than girls.
boys look better than girls.
No,
You lie?
boys cook better than girls.
More pretty boys and pretty,
What's
more
wrong
pretty
with
girls
that?
and pretty boys.
Wow.
Boys cook better than girls.
Boys cook better
No,
than
y'all
girls.
don't.
Gosh.
No, y'all don't.
Yeah,
You better
lies.
clear that.
I think we need to compare something else because this is getting hot in here.
Yeah.
Oh, no. It's not say boys who cook better
Yes,
than
the
girls.
contention
Name
is
one
too
female
great.
chef.
I know, right?
Girls
All right,
is
so okay, so when we say compare, that means what? To bring out the what?
Differences and similarities.
What is first? What is first? Bring out the points.
Bring out the point.
The points of what? Of what? Similarities.
Similarity.
Yeah, similarity. Right? And mention some differences. Right? So when you're comparing, you want to highlight as much similarities as possible. But you also want to mention the differences as well. Okay. Now when they say contrast, when they say contrast, what does that mean? They say contrast. So we know that comparing is bringing out the similarities primarily and highlighting the differences, right? But when we say contrast, what does that mean? Hello? Are y'all there? Anyone home with the door crack?
Find differences.
Tell the differences between them.
Very good. So we only
I think it's that.
bring out what? Points of differences. Do we mention similarities when we contrasting?
No, sir.
No.
No, sir.
No,
No, sir.
no similarities are mentioned. That's the thing. If they say compare, you could mention some differences. But if they say contrast, you don't worry about no differences. Okay. So if they say contrast, you don't worry about no similarities. All right. So compare means to bring out the points of similarity and mention some differences. Contrast means to bring out points of differences, no similarities are mentioned. Number three. Define. What does define mean? What's define mean?
Tell the definition.
Define means to. Define means to do what?
The definition.
Describe.
Give
No.
the definition.
Give the definition. Very good. Tiara? Is tiara here? Is tiara?
No.
So who is using tiara's device? Do not use tiara's device, please. Make sure tiara's on a device. So when we say define means to do what? Give the what? The meaning of a word or what? Or phrase. So we mean by define, to give the meaning. Okay. So if I say define the word ambiguous, what would you say? What does ambiguous mean? Nobody knows. Not. You already are typing in the chat, GPT and Google. Tell me what ambiguous mean, please. No Google, no chat GPT.
Even on ChatGPT does not have it.
What does ambiguous mean?
What does ambiguous mean?
Having more than one possible meaning.
Having more than one possible meaning. Anyone else? What does ambiguous mean?
Well, competitive?
No, not competitive.
Not clear.
Not clear. Anyone else?
You like the try new thing.
Like the try new.
Multiple meanings of a word.
Crimson, that sound like ChatGPT.
Wait, what?
Different
I offended
meanings
the
depending
traffic
on the
and wanted to get
person.
out.
Say it again.
Different meanings depending on the person.
Different meanings depending on the person. Ambiguous means unclear. It just means unclear, or it means it's open to multiple interpretation. Right? That's basically what that means.
Now
Right.
that sounds like ChatGPT.
Right? No, that's just Google Dictionary.
Just use Google though.
Yeah, I'm allowed to do what I got A's in my exam.
Hypocrisy.
You mean rank? So define means give the meaning of a word or phrase. What if I say define the word reiterate? What does reiterate means? Reiterate.
I know that word. I don't know why. Like I haven't used it in a long
Reiterate.
time.
Like repeat something a lot.
Repeat something a lot.
To go over something again.
Very good. To go over something again and again. Very good. To go over something again and again. That's what I mean by reiterate. Okay. To go over something again and again. So reiterate. And then let me see if I give out a good word. How about idiosyncrasy? What does that mean?
I've never even heard that word before.
Can you avoid some of these words?
What is that?
Wow.
I never heard that before.
Never heard of idiosyncrasy? Wow.
No.
No, sir.
That is an easy word. Where's Genesis? I mean, where's legacy? Legacy need to come and tell us what
I don't think
idiosyncrasy.
she even knows. I don't even think she knows that one.
Yes.
She wants to hear. She
I
wants
want
to
to hear. I
hear.
want to hear.
Where's Legacy?
She's right here.
Legacy.
Yes, sir.
Do you remember idiosyncrasy? Oh gosh.
Yes, I do remember.
Oh gosh.
She's looking in her
Legacy.
book.
Don't let me
She's looking
down.
in her book.
Everyone has fallen.
Legacy, come on.
She said, "Ask Joel."
Ask Joel. All right, idiosyncrasy means, anyone have the definition? You're probably already looking in Google or something like that. What does idiosyncrasy mean?
Something that makes someone or something special.
See it, read it again.
Something that makes someone or something special.
Very good. Something that makes you unique, right? It's like unique to you. Right? Some people, they like, yes, go ahead, Patrick.
Can I go to the box, please?
Yes, you can. So different people have different idiosyncrasies. Like some people, they can't eat their food unless it's hot. Some people, they can't eat their food unless it have a lot of pepper. Some people, they are double jointed. Anyone here double jointed? Anyone double jointed?
Actually, I am.
Really? Okay.
I am.
All right. Anyone here left-handed? Left-handed. Left-handed. No left-handed.
Right-handed.
Left-handed.
I'm left-handed.
Very good. So an idiosyncrasy is basically something that you do that only you do or only certain people do, and you just do that, right? Like you might, if you have a pen in your hand, you just spin it around, or you just, what's the word? You just sit in and you just your legs are just moving rapidly, like different idiosyncrasies people have. Some people, they love clean environments, like everything have to be clean, like it just have to be like, I mean, if it's not clean, it's like
That's me.
that's like OCD people, right? That's their idiosyncrasy, right? Some people, they thrive in trash, right? So different idiosyncrasies, right? So next, when they say describe, what does describe mean? Describe. What does describe mean?
Mean something?
To explain, very good. So if I say describe your birthday, what would you say?
With money down.
A good day.
It's in the winter.
It's in the, I should say describe your last birthday then. Maybe that would help. Well,
Give clear details.
Support and details.
Yeah. Like, how was it?
I can.
How was it? Describe your last birthday. What would you say?
Good.
It was good.
It was awesome.
It was awesome.
Okay.
It was okay. That's not a description.
Describe.
Describe. Describe means to give an account.
Details.
Give an account.
It had balloons and a cake.
It had balloons and
It was Parisian themed.
Vanessa, I understand. No descriptions. So it means give an account. So tell me the full story, right? So if you see the word describe, you have to give an account. Give an account of. It means to basically use sensory details to create a picture image, to create imagery in the reader's mind. So you can't describe something. If you say, oh, it was good, that's not a description. It was nice. It was okay. That's not a description. A description.
It's like the book I read in. It's like when it's describing someone, it'll say everything, like the eyes, the hair color,
exactly.
how tall he is.
Exactly. Which book is that?
I read in Percy Jackson series.
That is
awesome.
Okay. Well, just hold your horses. Percy Jackson series on what? What's the name of it? Like, what's the name of this?
Oh, give me a second.
Oh, you got it. Okay. So when you give in a description, you talk about everything. What you see, what you hear, the color of the environment, the smell of the food, the taste of it. Were you nervous? Were you excited? How is this person's character? Are they benevolent? Are they empathetic? Right? How do you know those things, right? You're giving a full description, the mentality. So basically, by the time you finish describe this thing, I should be able to see it, right? I should be able to see it in my mind, right? That's what we mean
Say it
by,
by thinking.
yeah, I should be able to imagine what it is because it's so vivid, right? So a description is not a one-word answer. A description is not a two-word answer. A description is when you go in and you tell me using all of the sensory details, the sight, the hearing, the touch, the taste, all of those things must be involved in your description. So I mean, when we say describe, okay?
It called Percy Jackson and the Lightning Thief.
And the
That's the
lightning,
first one though.
and the lightning thief. I
I
remember
on
that.
the first one.
I remember that. All right. Next, let me say explain. What does explain mean? Explain. Explain. What does explain mean? It's pretty
When you
straightforward.
explain what happened,
Yeah.
as it occur or something like that.
Yeah, pretty self-explanatory. Right? To break something down, right? So
And news reporters telling you what's going on in the NFL.
so if I say explain why Patrick Mahomes is the greatest,
Oh, we had to go there.
Who is Patrick Mahomes? Still trying to figure out who that is.
explain
He in
why.
fact is not the greatest.
Explain why. Can I teach my class, please? Explain why Patrick Mahomes is the greatest quarterback of all time. How would you go about explaining that?
I maybe want to explain.
The whole question.
Right?
Yes, Mr. Petit.
Yes.
And to explain, you need Fox.
Oh wow.
Yep, you're right.
I got my Fox. Three rings. Back to back.
To be good first.
3 rings.
You have to be good first though.
3 rings. 3 rings. That's why I'm 3 championships, Super Bowl championships, man. All right. So when you are explaining, you have to make clear with details and like Patrick said, with facts, right? Make clear, make plain. Someone said to break down, right? To give a lot of supporting what? Supporting details.
Details?
Yes. To tell is very important. To tell the meaning of. To tell the meaning of. Okay. So if I say that if the story says Rhonda was a buxom lady with a palpable odor, right? Rhonda was a buxom lady with a palpable odor.
Odor of lotion.
Right? What does that mean?
She had a bad smell.
Rhonda was a buxom lady. You put inside the chat.
I don't think I've heard that word before, buxom.
With a
I'll look it up.
palpable odor. Okay. Well, what does that mean? Rhonda was a
You
buxom
could
lady.
touch it.
Gosh. Let me put it inside the chat. And then y'all could maybe look it up. Rhonda was a buxom lady with a palpable odor. If I said explain that sentence, what does that mean? Like what? How could you explain that?
Bad.
She smelled bad? Did I say that she smelled bad?
I don't know. It was an assumption.
So T, what does that mean? You know my mommy name is Rhonda?
Oh, I'm sorry. No, sorry. It's in the
What the fuck?
it's in the book. It's the book name. Sorry. Sorry. I'm sorry, Jaden. I'm sorry, Jaden. Oh my goodness. Let's use another name. Let me use Stacy. Stacy, instead of using Rhonda, because someone mommy named Rhonda.
Don't you dare put Ramsey
Okay,
back
my
in.
sister named Stacy over there.
Your sister named Stacy? Oh my goodness.
Yes, sir.
At this
point, right? At this point, right? Let's use
Zachariah.
I'm gonna use Jalen Hurt. Jalen
Might as
Hurts.
well you say Patrick Mahomes.
I'm gonna use Jalen Hurt. Jalen Hurts. Let's use Sally. Because I don't think no one knows. Thank you, Sally. Let's use Sally.
Auntie, today I have one of my aunties with Sally.
Gosh. Sally was a buxom lady with a palpable odor. What does it
And
mean?
she was lost?
No, what does it mean to be a buxom?
Means she's a big lady. Buxom means a big lady.
Very good. Buxom means
Yeah, kind of heavy set.
y'all are using euphemisms at this point. Buxom means plump, full-figured, full-figured, curvy, or what? Those are, how can we say if someone is buxom? Antoine, what does it mean to be buxom? What does that mean? Rhonda was a buxom lady. Antoine, what does it mean to be buxom? Why Antoine is not answering?
I can answer.
His mic is unmuted. His mic is not muted. Okay, I give him a shot. Go ahead. Go ahead. Antoine, what does it mean to be buxom?
To be. You trying to say it? Hold on, what does call it? Would you?
I don't know. What does it mean to be buxom?
To be big.
I don't understand what that means. I don't understand that language. What does it mean to be buxom?
I don't know.
You don't know?
Ugly?
And not ugly. Buxom doesn't mean ugly. Buxom just means full-figured, plump, curvy.
Full-figure, plump, or we say fluffy.
That's a nice way to say it.
Yeah, right. Those are nice ways. Euphemism is the way to euphemize it. What does it mean to have a palpable odor? Palpable odor.
Intense or strong odor.
Strong, right? It's obvious.
Tangible.
It's obvious.
Tangible, yeah.
It's obvious.
Almost
It's noticeable.
tangible.
It's able to be felt, right? Strongly or easily noticeable, right? Anyone has ever had that experience where the odor just whiff on your nose? And you had
Just the teeth in that gym, in that school gym. Oh,
Driving the bus.
Driving the
Yes,
bus.
sir.
So if I say explain this, you can say, this means that Rhonda is a plump, full-figured lady who has an obvious or noticeable odor or bad scent. Okay? So you explain it. You tell me what is the meaning of the word, right? That's what it means to explain. You can't just explain and don't tell me what buxom mean. You can't explain and don't tell me what palpable mean. You can't explain and don't tell me what odor means. You need to tell me what these things mean if you're going to explain it. So explain means to tell the meaning of, okay? Illustrate. They say illustrate. What does illustrate mean? Illustrate.
To paint a picture or
paint a
to
paint a picture.
like basically them painting a picture in your mind.
To paint a picture in your mind. Illustrate. Right? So if let's say for example someone say they're stronger than you, right? Say you're stronger than you. And you say, okay, you're stronger than me. Or they may say they're smarter than you or something like that. Or they may say that they more handsome than you or they more prettier than you, whatever they say, right? And then all you say is illustrate, which means show me, right? So illustrate means to show or to demonstrate, right? If you say you are harder than me, then show me. Show me how, right? That's what illustrate means. Illustrate means to make it clear. Make it clear. So if I say, illustrate how Aunt Nadine was a good guardian, what would you say?
I'd give support. She put a roof over my head.
She put a roof over your head. What else?
Give supporting facts, basically.
Like how? How would you support it? You're trying to illustrate how Aunt
She's
Nadine
always there when I need her.
a good guardian. She's always there when you need to give you what? What does she give you?
Money.
Food. Yeah, money.
Money.
Support.
Support. What else?
Encouragement.
Encouragement, right?
Emotional support.
Emotional support.
Love.
Love, right? So illustrate means to make the point clear. So it means use concrete example. So use concrete examples to make the point what? To make the point what? Clear. Okay. If I say illustrate how Patrick Mahomes, I know y'all can't stand it.
What happened to them? What happened to them?
So use concrete
Look,
examples to make the point
I can
clear.
illustrate it.
To make the point clear, I on your run. I already know he's the goat. To make clear, make clear by using examples. So you have to make clear by using what? Examples.
Hold on, Mr. D.
Yes.
I did hear you to say, explain how Patrick Mahomes get the best. I can explain for you right now.
No.
He's the best because Tom Brady retired.
Use concrete examples to make the point clear by using examples. So illustrate. If you want to illustrate,
Get the wow.
if I say illustrate how Lady Grace is a benevolent mother, right? If I say illustrate how Lady Grace is a benevolent mother, what would you say? First of all, what is
hours?
no? What does benevolent means? What does benevolent mean?
What?
Giving, sharing.
Giving.
Evil, wicked.
No.
I can't remember.
No.
No,
What does-
generous.
What does
Generous, giving.
What does yes? What does benevolent means? Benevolent. What does benevolent? Kind, generous. So if I say illustrate how Lady Grace is a benevolent, benevolent, not malevolent, benevolent.
Oh, I thought you were saying malevolent. I was like,
No,
what?
benevolent.
Malevolent actually means evil.
No, not malevolent, benevolent. If I say illustrate how Lady Grace is a benevolent mother or benevolent lady, what do you say? If I say illustrate,
No, Lady Grace.
just assume if we're talking about Lady Grace and we say that she is benevolent, what must she have done? Illustrate it. Make it clear to me that this Lady Grace is a benevolent lady. What would you say?
She is hardworking.
She's hardworking.
I have to go now, Mr. Petit. Thank you so much.
No problem. She's
And thank you for the IXL. Good night.
no problem. She is what?
Harder.
She's kind-hearted. What does she do? We have to give examples, right? If you're trying to illustrate, we have to give examples. What did she do to the homeless people on the street? What did she do to them? For them.
Buys them food.
She feeds them.
She feeds
give
them.
money.
Beyond her duties.
Okay, she feeds them. What else?
She go beyond her duties.
She be to do what? What does she do?
To help.
Take
to
care
help
of the
people.
elderly.
So if we wanna
community.
if we wanna illustrate how Lady Grace is a benevolent lady, we can say every day she constantly feeds the people in the neighborhood with breakfast and lunch. And we can also say she has a shelter where they can come in and they can get the clothing that they need, warm towels, not towels, warm blankets, right? We can also say that if she's benevolent, she's kind, so she's generous. She always has a smile on her face when she's serving. She's never mean or stingy. So I'm giving you an examples, accounts to illustrate that this lady is a benevolent lady. Now, if I say illustrate that Brother Roll is an impatient man, what would you say? If I say illustrate that, how would you illustrate that?
Mr. Petit.
He's rude.
He's rude. What else?
He's quick to temper.
Obnoxious.
He's obnoxious. You have to give me some examples.
Disrespectful.
You have to give me some
Petit.
examples. You have to give me some examples. You can't just give me like adjectives. Give me some examples. What did he do?
Mr. Petit, you basically explaining, describing my vice principal right now.
Yeah, that's
No,
someone I
no.
know from their
The vice principal is a
explanation.
good man. Say it again.
Mr.
Yeah, there's someone in the middle of
Roll.
their explanation.
Say it again.
He yelled at someone in the middle of their explanation.
He yelled at someone in the middle of the explanation. Very good. That shows.
That's exactly what he do when he tries to suspend me.
We're not talking about your kind-hearted vice principal. What else? To show that they are impatient, we have to give
Vice
more
principals
examples.
are very mean.
Vice principals are very nice, for the record.
Depends. They're mean.
They're always good. So illustrate means to not just give adjectives, right? But you have to give examples, right? So
He does not like to wait in long lines.
he does not like. So give me an example. One day,
He gets impatient in the line at the bank.
very good, and he starts to shout and whatever, right? All right. Anyone saw the viral clip of this man who knocked out the airline personnel when they change his stuff? Literally walk up to the man and just knock him out. What happened?
Oh my gosh,
He
why would you laugh? It was
I
so
was
funny.
Why would you laugh? Oh my gosh.
literally knocked him out. That's
No.
literally true. He literally
I
did.
was
Oh.
He noticed the man fall out. I'm serious. It happened. Just look it
No,
up.
Mr. Petit.
Just look up United Airlines. Just look
Yes,
up.
and he went back to work the next day.
And he went back to work the next day. Yes.
Mr. Petit, I couldn't go back to work. I
would've
couldn't
been
even go home.
And the
Imagine
people.
your children telling you, Daddy, and you get knocked.
I don't know why you're
Oh my
laughing.
God.
I don't know why you're laughing.
Which
Just
one was
watch.
used in
Just watch
Flipside?
the video. Rewatch the video. Yeah. And the problem
Oh,
with
that
the
was 2 years ago.
no, that happened. No, that happened recently. A recent one. Just type in United Airlines. This happened recently. Right? Fox. So listen me. So yeah,
Maybe next time just fly the helicopter somewhere else.
so list means when they say list means to do what? Write facts or details. How? One after one. After the other. Yes. Usually what? Usually you want to what? Number them. Usually numbered. Okay, that's what list means. And then summarize. What does summarize mean? Basically summarize.
Give a
Summarize.
shorter version, something.
Yeah, just give a shorter version. So briefly, so they want us to use it to see with summarize. So they want you to briefly give the what? The main points, not no supporting details, the main points. Right? Summarize. Briefly give the main points. Okay. And then if they say quote, what does that mean? If they say quote.
Well, as in like put quotations to show that you get it from someplace else.
Yeah, they mean literally cite what you see in the passage, right? So give the what exact words that are mentioned where? In the passage. Does that make sense, class? If they say quote.
Yes, sir.
Give the exact words that are mentioned. Okay? Give the exact words. And then they also could say, if they say support the statement that Catherine was untrustworthy, What does support mean? Support the statement that Catherine was untrustworthy. What does that mean when they say support? Support.
Give evidence why you think not trustworthy.
Give evidence that she's untrustworthy. Very good.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Shanae, you gonna say something?
Or if you have a video, some proof.
If they say support, you have to give. Obviously, this is gonna be in your exam, so you wouldn't have like a video. But if they say support, they want you to give. Go ahead, Shanae, you gonna say something? Okay, I don't hear no more. Say it again.
I was saying give evidence like background information to show why she's been.
Very good. So support means provide evidence, give facts, or details to prove something. So you mean by support. Okay, support. Okay. And then we have is that all the words that they could give you on? Am I missing anything? So they could say, hey, compare, contrast, define, explain, illustrate, list, summarize, quote, support. And finally, they could say trace. They could say trace. Not like trace in a drawing. If they say trace, do y'all know what trace mean? If they say trace. Trace it. What does trace mean? What does it mean to trace? Let me give you all an example. Anyone want to try? What do you mean by trace? No.
The copy.
Not the copy. All right, maybe I should give you all a hint.
The outline.
Need a hint? Need a hint? Do y'all need a hint?
Never seen that in a question.
Yes,
Never.
sir.
No, okay. What if it says trace Stacy's development into a confident individual? Trace Stacy's development into a confident individual. What does it mean to trace?
Give point.
Outline or highlight
of her reading.
point.
Say it again. Say it again. What does it mean to trace?
To like highlight it or make it the main point or like outline it.
To highlight or make it the main point. Trace her development into a confident individual. What does that mean? That
Give
means
steps leading up to her confidence.
Very good. Very good. From start to finish. So follow the course. Follow the course of something. Want me to show you all the video of the man getting knocked out after class?
Yes, sir. Send it to my father's phone. Please.
Yes, sir, Mr. Dean. I
Yes,
will see
sir.
that.
No, no. Also
Why? Oh,
That's so
you going back on your word.
Yeah, so Trapsy.
Okay, Mr.
You
Dean.
going back on your word then?
I just asked. Follow the order.
Mr. Dean, imagine going back to your work and all your co-workers clowning you.
In the development, come on, good. He have a good high paying job. He's great. Development of something.
Good. He is not good.
Of something. He fall right out. I mean, he
tell us the
the
story,
man
please.
the man just fall right out.
Mr. Dean, if somebody knocked me out in that court,
You're gonna have to switch me a line.
In that court, me and him had to go for the livest one.
He was sleeping. Yeah, he just fell. He just started sleeping. The man.
When I wake up,
All right, trace. Trace means to follow the course of something. Follow the order or steps in the development of something. Give a description of the development of something. Trace it. So if they say trace Rhonda's development into a confident individual, we want to walk through it. So first, she was shy. Give me another synonym. Give me a synonym for shy. She was what?
Timid.
Timid, right? What else we can use for shy and timid? Come on, y'all gotta have these synonyms ready. Rapid fire. She was shy. She was timid. She was what?
Flustered.
Flustered.
Nervous.
She was nervous. She was reserved. She was introverted. Right?
Sheepish.
She was what?
No, that's embarrassed. Sheepish. I was saying sheepish, but that's embarrassed.
No. What like? So she was reserved.
Introverted.
Said introverted. What else? Charlita, you were saying
Sheepish?
something, but I couldn't hear you.
Sheepish is sheepish is embarrassed, right?
Yeah.
So that can be shy.
So she was, reserved to herself. She used to hang out alone. She was afraid of public speaking. But then this happened. She had to do a class presentation. She started to cry. She failed the first time.
I
And
literally
this-
have to do it tomorrow.
Crimson, you could be all right. You could be just all right.
Oh, I won't.
She started to cry, but then, her friend went up there to give her moral support. She ran out of the classroom. And then she went and called her mommy. Her mommy came and brought her home and gave her some encouragement words. And she got a counselor, therapy. And then she had to do yoga, all that different stuff, and climb heights.
Miss B, you know me. I
Honestly,
can't take this. I can't take this seriously.
And then after she did all that,
I got my bed.
and after she realized that she realized that she doesn't have to worry what people say, and she got the courage to stand up and speak. And no longer is she afraid anymore of what people say about her. And so she went up and she decided to speak confidently now. So that's the story of
She had
Stacey.
motivation.
Mr. Petit,
That's the story.
I see people talking about our generation soft. I ain't soft, bro. Oh my God.
So when they say trace her development, it means to follow step by step by step. Okay, that's what I mean by trace the development. Okay, so can I have readers? I need like 2 readers to read these definitions, and then we'll be on our way. Once you finish, write them down, take a picture of it and send it to me via WhatsApp. Put your name inside the chat if you want to read. You would like to read, put your name inside the chat for me. Go ahead, Mark. I'm sorry, not Mark. Alara's first, to be honest. Alara's first. Go ahead, Alara, read the first 5.
Sorry. Compare. Bring out the points similarities and mentioned some differences. Bring out points
Read
of
the
differences.
read the word.
Oops. Contrast. Bring out points of differences. No similarities are mentioned.
Good.
Define. Give the meaning of the word or phrase. Describe. Give an account of. Use sensory details to create imagery in the reader's mind. Explain. Make clear with details. Make plain. To break down. To give a lot of supporting details. To tell the meaning of something.
Very good. Mark, read the last 5.
Illustrate. Use concrete examples to make the point clear. Make clear by using examples. List. Write facts and details one after the other, usually numbered. Summarize. Briefly give the main points. Quote. Give the exact words that are mentioned in the passage. Support. Provide evidence. Give facts or details to prove something. Trace. Follow the course of something. Follow the other or steps in development of something. Give a description of development of something.
Very good. Go ahead and take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp. I can't take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp. Again, take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp, and then you can leave.
Good night, Mr. D.
Good night.
Good night. Good night.
Good night, Mr. Petit.
Good night.
Good night,
Good
Miss
night.
Vicky.
It's actually another day right now.
Good night, Mr. Petit.
Good night.
Good night. Good night. Good night.
Oh,
I
see
don't
that
think
slip of
it's
truth?
but it's still rolling. My internet acting up, but
All right.
it'll come through.
Yeah, have a good night.
Anyway, Mr.
Take care, everyone. Bye
I'll
bye.
send
Bye
you.
bye.
Still waiting on last week.
Yes,
Good night.
yes,
Miss-
yes, yes. I haven't forgotten. Just a lot happened today.
Okay.
I haven't forgotten.
Okay. All right. Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.